What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys another review here on Body Bags at week number 99. And the theme this week is multi-packs, or 50 movie packs. I didn't go with a 50 movie pack. I went with a straight up just 20 pack. It's an interesting theme, right? Because we all have them. We all have the multi-packs, and they're pretty awful for the most part, but every once in a while you'll find a gem. I decided to go with the Grindhouse Experience box set, which apparently has selections from Quentin Tarantino himself. And this was 3 discs, and it has all sorts of stuff from sexploitation to blaxploitation to documentaries. I've watched, I believe, 3 films before in here, and they're all pretty rough to get through. So I decided to go with the 3rd disc, which is The Children from the year 1980. And I gotta say, that one seemed like the most horror-ish on the in the box set, so that's the one I went with. And I guess I'll go into the plot a little bit. It follows a group of children who are riding a bus when they go past a nuclear power plant which has a radioactive spill. The group of children disappear from the bus. The sheriff is on the case. We find out that the children are now radioactive zombie type creatures. They still look like regular children. They can speak. They trick their parents into coming close to them, and they hug them, and then they start oozing radioactive gas, and it makes their parents melt. And it's honestly not as bad as it sounds. I mean, it's an okay movie. I liked it enough. I mean, I gotta be honest, the transfers on these are awful. All of the movies that I've seen in here have awful transfers, and believe it or not, this one was one of the best, and it was still pretty awful. It's like VHS quality. So I gotta admit, that was taking away from my overall experience a little bit, but at the same time it kind of added to it a little bit too, because it had that really dark look to it. Like, a lot of the film takes place at night, which is good. I like films that do that. And you're following these 2 sheriffs, and they're in cars, and they're creeping around. It's kind of slow burn. There's a lot of scenes where you're watching a character walk somewhere, or creep slowly into a house or something like that. It's 1980. It almost feels like a slasher film, and I think that's partly due to the score, which right away I noticed. It was like, this sounds exactly like Friday the 13th. 1980. It didn't feel like it was late enough to be ripping off the Friday the 13th score, because Friday the 13th had just came out, so I thought that it might be Harry Manfredini, and of course by the end credits I did notice that his name was front and center. Harry Manfredini did the score, so it definitely helps the film. I think it actually adds a lot to the film, in terms of it probably would have been a much lower rating if it did not have that score. The kills are mostly off screen. There is some gore, but it's post kill gore. Aftermath shots where it shows the dead body and they're a little gory and stuff, but not super great. I mean, there's some laughable scenes, the way that the children walk with their hands out almost like a Frankenstein's monster. Anyway, it was alright. I believe it was released by Troma as well on a better DVD where the transfer is not shit. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for The Children. See you guys next time. Peace.